Today on The Real.
Our Funny Man We Love Week continues.
But is guest bro host Gary Owen ready?
All I'm gonna say is you gotta be like Randy Moss. Straight cash, homie. Straight cash.
My God. And
On Girl Chat, Gary Owen talks barbecue invites.
You're a guest to the barbecue, and I was that guest that brought a guest.
Then it's been 5 years since his tragic death.
Now the parents of Trayvon Martin are remembering their son.
We're just average parents, and we were fighting for justice for our son.
The Real. Men We Love Week here at The Real, and oh boy, do we love this man, y'all. He's an actor, a comedian. You may recognize the Gary Owen show, Gary Owen himself from BET. It's our friend, y'all, from the pilot season. Back in the day, this guy's OG down with The Real. Gary Owen!
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It is nice to be back.
Yes.
At the table.
I take it if you come back, that means you really missed us, huh?
I like this show. I really like it.
Thank you.
It's funny going from the pilot when you guys shot in 2013, and now you guys are like seasoned vets. You know what I mean? Like now married.
I know.
You know, still married. You know, Lonnie's still looking. You know.
That face says
Look
it
at
all.
that face. Well, Gary, have you met the new man in our lives yet? It's
No.
Well, The Real has a new pet beta fish, and
That's
he's
right.
right over there in his new hacienda.
Yes.
Yep. Look how tricked out.
You guys, he turned
His home
his
is fish
fly.
tank is.
He's getting fancier by the week.
I know. He even has a little moss rock, which is nice.
I feel like we've realized that he happens to be part Asian because he's moved into the Chinese dynasty with his
Yes.
home.
I love it. I love his new home. And we just named him Fernando Idris Goldstein Lee.
You see, Lee?
Yes.
It's nice to finally be represented. Thank you.
And I have a very exciting announcement to make.
What?
You guys, Fernando has his own Instagram page.
I follow my little boo.
Oh my God.
Guys, so cute. My favorite is the post that he put that said 4 moms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, ain't nobody
love
messing with his clique.
Yes.
That's us.
The fish made a post?
Wait, you're
Yes,
kidding.
our fish makes posts.
know
Yes.
that.
And you can
Fernando
follow
is real.
Fernando at Fernando the Real Fish. Yep. He'll be
Follow
posing
it.
with our guests, posting pictures of us, like this one of his hashtag 4moms that we were just talking about.
Yes.
And he'll even be giving away prizes. How cool is that?
Wait,
that
this
is
is
super
so
cool.
Right?
Even
It's
I'll
really
do
cute.
that.
Fun.
In fact, why don't you guys go follow Fernando right now for a chance to win the Real Swag Bag, okay? Gary, do you like Fernando?
My favorite fish.
It's your favorite fish?
Favorite fish.
Are you being real?
Way better than Jaws. Way better than Orca.
Oh.
Awesome. I like that.
Wait, Gary, who do you think he takes after?
The fish?
Have you seen him?
Have you seen his angle?
He's blue.
Yep.
The
Did
fish
you-
is blue?
Yes,
the
and
fish
he
is
has
I thought he was
blue
black.
fins. He's right there.
He's blue. He's right
That's a
there.
blue fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
How
blue
you guys find
beta.
a blue fish?
A blue
I
beta.
know.
They're very
He's
colorful.
multi-culty.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna go with...
Thank you.
That's your
Because he has
fish.
some Asian in him, yes.
Right.
Got it.
But you have the, like, bluish top.
Thank you.
Make sure you follow Fernando on social media.
Yes.
He's going to be a hoot, I can tell. And speaking of social media, Gary, You're very active on Instagram and
love
Twitter,
it.
just like I am.
gonna go
And in
there.
fact, you know what? We tweet a lot. We tweeted during the Grammys, and this past Sunday, one of the tweets of yours in particular got a lot of attention. Now, after Adele beat out Beyonce for Album of the Year, Adele dedicated her award in part to Beyonce, thanking her, and she said, quote, "The way that you make me feel and my friends feel, the way you make my black friends feel is empowering, and you make them stand up for themselves." Now, Gary, in response, you tweeted, "Adele is officially invited to every black family's barbecue." And that made some people a little upset. So, Gary, I'm a comedian, you're a comedian. Please explain to the people what you meant.
Listen, a year ago, allegedly I got traded for Stacey Dash in a
Right.
race trade.
Yeah.
So I thought this was my first chance to speak up as a black man, was to say, yo, she can come to the barbecue. And then I found out that, no, Gary. It was very apparent on Twitter and Instagram. No, you're a guest to the barbecue, and I was that guest that brought a guest. You know, like I got tweets saying, no, you can't invite somebody. It's like me showing up at Lonnie's house. Lonnie invited me to the barbecue, and like, but it's my friend Adele. I know I didn't say she was coming, but she's invited. It became very apparent I am a guest, and I'm not allowed to bring a guest to the barbecue. But listen. I really wanted Adele to come. I think she'd have a good time. She'd learn how to play dominoes.
Oh my God.
You know what? I will take Adele over CeeLo Green wearing that gold suit he
Right.
had on. I'm like, what the?
But that's so CeeLo. But you guys, that is so CeeLo. That's his steez. Like,
He better not have said, "What are you looking at?" that
Okay.
whole night. He better not one time. What are you looking at? Come on, man.
See, that's crazy.
I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, but like,
yeah, you had to
in,
tell us it was CeeLo.
in San Francisco, there's guys like that all the time that have a
yeah.
a little
Kazoo?
zoo in their mouth,
Yeah.
and they have a little cup that they ask for money, and they go zoo, zoo, zoo.
Yeah.
I wanted to go and give him some money. No,
Genie, he don't need your
CeeLo's
money.
good.
I know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I think, CeeLo was trying to be creative. Everybody knows that he does, pretty crazy outfits and that sort of thing.
People are
So
creative at the Grammys.
Yeah, it was like,
very-
you're an artist, go for it. I get it.
It was like half C-3PO, half R2-D2.
Yeah.
It was like combined.
See how that
But
works.
what I love about black people, we will check you in a minute and don't care. And they was like, okay, we love you, Gary, but no, stop with the black jokes, okay?
No.
They was
Hold
like,
on, Lonnie. Let me say, and we talked about this. It was what it was. It was a few people were angry. Majority of people were just like, "That's funny," or "Gary, you can't invite and then bring somebody with
but
you."
the few people got
The
on
few
your
people that
ass,
were
though.
angry-
That's what I'm saying.
That's what happens a lot. The few people that are angry, they're so loud. People think that's the majority. But it really was a minority because even when you read it, the audience laughed, right?
Yeah.
So it was just a funny joke and it was innocent.
Well,
'Cause even-
it's just like the way Adele said what she said and we got what she meant, but the way she said it was kind of like,
Yeah, I was in the House of People. We had an awkward moment. It was
Yeah.
like, where are you going with this?
Right.
And then what I have to say is people felt her heart more than they heard
and
her
they
words.
knew that.
And
right.
they knew that she
Yeah.
was coming
It's
from
like
a genuine
sometimes
place.
the way you say something.
Yeah, it wasn't planned.
Right.
It wasn't pre-thought. She was speaking in the moment, off the top of her head, just
Right.
what she felt in her heart. And I think sometimes that is more important than anything.
You could absolutely see in that moment
Right.
She
that
wasn't trying to
in
be-
that moment when she received that award, you guys, everybody left the room for her, and it was just her and Beyonce. And what she did was she fangirled towards Beyonce to express how much that album meant for her. And as she was rattling through her speech, which I did kind of cock my head for a second, like, why black, But what I heard was her reminiscing about all the time she's listened to the album, all the time she listened to the tracks, and the people that were with her, who she saw it moved. And let's not forget that the album happened to be a very powerful black anthem for a lot of people out there. So I felt like that's what she was channeling. You know,
But
so I
it's
got
like
it.
you said, she missed some verbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the wording wasn't perfect, but again, we felt her heart and we felt the
And I want to
sentiment
say
and it
this
was
about
genuine.
Gary. Gary is the type of comedian, if you don't know his comedy, then you don't understand why he did what he did. So I I think those were the people that may have gotten
They didn't
offended
get
because
it.
they don't understand the type of comic. Just like,
Yes.
you know, they don't understand the type of comic I am if you don't know my comedy.
Yes, right.
And so you're right. Those are the people that are always like, oh, wait a minute, what are you talking about? But I just thought it was funny because they checked you. I was like, I thought it was
I
hilarious.
thought it was funny too because I even said, I go, well, who do I call to ask for Adele to come? Since I'm not just able to bring her. Is there a number?
Who got the juice?
You got
Right.
the
Oh
NAACP,
my God, that's so
Sam.
funny.
What would have been the proper way Adele
say.
should have said it?
I would think.
Well, first of all, there's
Go
no
ahead, Lonnie,
correct
go
way.
ahead.
I think it was she was missing something like, especially the way you made my black friends feel.
Got it.
So it's like one word, and I always say this on this show. Sometimes we say things, and it's like we're missing one, you know, adjective or verb, so that and it gets taken out of context. When we know Adele's heart, I know Gary's heart, and he was just being Gary, and it was funny. But there's some people, you know, a lot of people get
Sensitive
sensitive.
subjects.
But one word
Yes.
may make a difference, or one, you know, or even after she said my black friends, especially my black friends, you know, or the pop was empowering. She didn't mean anything. I just think we were all just hurt because Beyonce didn't get album of the year. I think that's really, we still mad about that. We really want to be honest.
Well,
you know.
I'm just speaking from a white guy seeing it. You know,
Thank
since
you.
I was
since
about
I'm
to
not
step
black.
in right now and be like, well, what she should have said. And I was like,
Yeah.
let Lonnie say
That's
what
why
she
I
should
said
have
let
said.
Lonnie.
Let Lonnie
No,
say
but go
it.
ahead.
When I saw her do it, I go, okay, like you said, I was like, I know where she's coming from, but as soon as she said my black friends, I go, there's gonna be repercussions. I don't know where it's gonna come from, but somebody's gonna say something just because she said it. But I think everybody knew. You know if something's coming from a place of love and when it's not.
Well,
like you
maybe
said.
she just shouldn't have said black friend.
Why do you think it made us all go? Because I'm trying to even wonder why it made me go, ooh, girl, be careful. We're treading. Where are we going with this?
Because,
Why do you
Well,
think-
I'll tell you, I'll give you an example.
Go ahead.
This one lady said to me one time, I said, I have a black wife. And she got angry. She goes, no, you have a wife that happens to be black. I was like, my bad. Didn't know I misworded that.
Yeah, but I'm
that.
genuinely curious now because I'm going to be honest.
Because maybe if she
I
would have
felt
just
it, but I
said,
don't know
if
why.
she just
Right.
would have said my friends,
I think
and
she
maybe not
should've-
said black.
Yes,
you know,
because
just say the way you made my friends feel.
Yeah, but can I just say one thing? Because honestly, I have experienced backlash because of some of the things that I have said. I may not have said it right.
You may have
but
missed a verb.
I may have missed a verb. But what I love about my true fans and about the people who truly know me, they look at my heart first and they know that I did not mean any ill will by saying it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's how we all feel about what Adele said.
Yes.
And our fans. We knew our heart was in the right place. Well, one headline that lit up social media this week was the announcement that after 12 seasons, ABC's The Bachelor franchise will have its first ever Black Bachelorette. After this conversation, I'm like, can I say she's black?
Especially black.
I know, right?
Rachel Lindsay, a 31-year-old lawyer from Dallas, Texas, will get to hand out roses to many eligible bachelors on her quest to find true love. People are calling the casting long overdue and historic. So, ladies, are you excited to see Rachel's journey? It's so long overdue.
The show has been on for 12 seasons, so because it's about people finding love, why can't it actually look like the real people finding love in the real world? Black, Latina, all sizes, all shapes. Why does it have to be the first black woman now and everybody looking a very specific type of way?
I agree, but it is nice to show some type of progress. You know, I think
Absolutely.
America needs to see that, yes, black women can be sexy. Yes, black women can be successful.
They can.
And yes, they can be desirable because
Speak
we
on it.
are.
Speak
you know,
on
I
it.
know you know.
Speak on it. I hope the ratings are through the roof.
Me too.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to acknowledge, okay, we need to just not have the typical, you know, blonde-headed, blue-eyed, white girl, white guy. Best friend. I hope the
Maybe
ratings.
we can
are
have
through the roof.
There's just diversity, and again, that's not to say that we don't want to see blonde hair, but that there's diversity. You see a little bit of everything in there. But even with Jeannie saying right now, plus size and okay, this is real. Does that even become awkward? Like if you have to say on the show, the first ever plus size bachelorette, would that make would that feel awkward?
I hope we don't single people out like that when it comes to why you should watch the show. You watch the show because you want to see some crazy things go down as people find love.
Right.
It shouldn't be about the size or the shape or the color of the person.
Yes.
Yeah, it should just naturally be cast with that.
Yes, I hope we get to the point where we don't have to put labels on watching The Bachelor
Which is my
or The
point.
Bachelorette.
Can we just take out Black Bachelor and just make her a
The
Bachelor?
Bachelorette.
Bachelorette.
I love that.
Yeah, I think we agree on
Even
that.
saying it, it feels
Exactly.
weird. If I'm honest, even when I was like, it feels just
Yep.
weird. Like when you go and you Google it, actually, you guys, she has a quote that pretty much says like, "My journey of love isn't any different just because my skin color is," and I thought. That's the point. And the only reason why we're talking is because it is long overdue.
Yes.
But I think if we just made this the normal, then we wouldn't have to put labels on it. It'd have to be some special announcement, people.
One French businessman is blaming ride-sharing company Uber for blowing up his spot. According to the BBC, the man is suing Uber for his wife discovering that he was cheating on her. So get this. Apparently, he used her phone to call a ride. Thought he logged off, but the app kept sending his wife notifications, and she didn't like where he was going. So, Gary, who is here to blame, the app or the man?
I don't get into
You
cheating
better-
conversation. Leave that to you ladies.
No.
All I'm going to say is you got to be like Randy Moss. Straight cash, homie. Straight cash.
My gosh. Real talk.
You an idiot.
How is that Uber's fault? Because you're irresponsible and because you don't even know how to cheat while cheating.
Because this makes,
Like, at least if you're gonna cheat, at least be good at it. Like, be like, okay, I logged in, let me log out. You don't leave your emails open, how you gonna leave the Uber app open?
Yes, 100%. This is
How,
that.
Sway? How?
And you know, hey, Adrian, you know it was probably her account that he was using because it was on her phone because he probably don't have a credit card.
Yep.
She's paying for the rides to get him to the other chick.
And that's why
Why is he blaming Uber for
Yeah, you better
his
drink.
problem?
Yeah, you
better
need to
drink.
throw this. You need to throw
Taking
this
it out
case
on you.
out of court. This doesn't even make sense.
Yep.
People think they can sue for anything these days.
Yes.
Right? It's ridiculous.
He needs to own it. Boo, you got caught. Okay? That's why you're mad.
Yes, Gary.
The end.
Yes.
Oh, I have to ask you a question.
You thirsty over here.
Yeah.
You so thirsty.
You're out of
And
tea,
I have a
Gary.
question. Gary, I always say, as crazy, as terrible as this sounds, cheating is wrong altogether. But I personally think women are better cheaters. I don't think we are more detail-oriented. So I have to ask, what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you think that women, would this happen to a woman?
He really isn't saying anything, you guys.
Did you guys see the big football game last week?
See,
You guys see the big football game?
Gary.
That was a game.
Come on, just say one word.
Do you think that women are
Gary.
better cheaters than men?
Just say one word.
Yes.
There we go. One word.
Why am I clapping?
You
I heard something I feel proud about,
I
though,
know.
Adrian. I'm not like...
This is another point I want to
If you're
bring.
gonna do it right.
But this is the thing, though. He's blaming the app, Jeannie. You know, what if he then what? You're gonna if this happens and like he wins, then this is gonna allow other apps to be like, you know, it was because of Instagram I lost.
Look, man, if you're gonna sue somebody, can he sue the girl's vagina that he was cheating with?
Ooh.
But actually, wait, this is crazy. Do you guys know that you actually can sue people for
A
cheating?
vagina? You could sue a vagina.
No, but you can sue the woman that holds that. No, I'm not lying. Listen, you guys.
Wait,
seriously,
explain, I wanna hear.
What? If you are married to a man in certain states in this country, you can sue the mistress. Because marriage is actually a contract. It is considered a contract. It is an agreement, a binding agreement. And if you are getting in the way of their binding agreement, the husband and wife, it is tortious interference. Google that,
How about
folks.
this, America? Own up to your mistakes.
Yeah.
Make right with what you made wrong. And actually don't go using lawsuits and people's time. Like jury, you guys, the jury is us, the public people. When you get those jury notices and you have to go to court cases, do you want to go for real serious cases that are using real time? Want to go to court cases
To
like
sue
this?
a vagina.
Gary, what is the last
a waste of
word
time.
on this? We're gonna give Gary the last word. What do you think?
I think it's time for the fish to send a tweet.
Now, recent article on ScaryMom.com asked the question, should we stop complimenting dads for simply being good fathers? The article states that dads sometimes get credit for doing the same things that go unnoticed when done by moms, and that both genders need equal amounts of compliments and advice.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, Gary, you a daddy. Do you think we should be patting dads on the back?
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's like...
Simply for being good fathers.
Of course. You have to. You have to reinforce, like
agree.
Here's the thing with me. If I do something around the house, I want the credit. Like, if my wife's gone and there's towels in the dryer and I fold the towels and put them up, when she gets home, she's not going to know the towels aren't in the dryer. She's not going to know I fold them. She's not going to know I put them up until she looks in the closet and see the towels are put up.
Oh my
but I'm going to
God.
let her know. I took the towels out and I folded them and I put them up. And I took the dog out and he took 2 dumps. And I picked the turds up, put them in the trash. And I emptied the dishwasher too. Now, you're not going to notice none of that. But I wasn't sitting around the house not doing anything. And I'm going to look at her and be like, yeah.
Wait, that's...
I think the reality is that amazing fathers, amazing dads don't get the credit that they deserve.
Yes, yes.
So, with that said, I think they should have, they should get compliments. However, just don't do it in a condescending way. Like, oh, you did a great job with our son for a dad. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh, damn.
Just let him know. You're an amazing father. You do a great job just as much as you would tell, the mom. You're an amazing mom. You did a great job. Do you see what I'm saying?
Dads get a bad rap,
I'd never say that.
Right.
I never said, but there are people who do that. I mean, just
And
honestly,
if you
we're
do that, what happens is you take your wife's phone, you get an Uber ride, and you go somewhere you ain't supposed to go. What happens?
True.
I think it is going back to what this originally said, which was you absolutely should give equal compliments
Yes.
to both. I think moms do incredible jobs, but there actually are some dads out there
Yes.
that are kicking butt.
It's
at
about
being
recognizing.
being a dad.
Yeah. And every now and then, a compliment, it just feels great.
I know a lot of moms do a lot of research before they have babies, and maybe some of the
Some
dads.
dads.
See,
Well, this is what I did.
some bad rap again.
I was very honest. Like, I told my wife, I said, I don't know how to do this. I mean, and she told me, she goes, look, you just got to trust me. Do what I say, and you won't be a bad dad. You just got to do what I say.
We love you, okay? 5 years ago, 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was killed in a senseless act of gun violence. His death rocked the nation, causing outrage and racial tension. Here with us now are Trayvon's parents, Tracy Martin and Sybrina Fulton. Thank you for joining us. Trayvon would have been 22 years old. You celebrate his birthday on February the 5th. Why do you celebrate his birthday?
One of the reasons why we continue to celebrate his birthday is because the media celebrates his death. And so we feel it is necessary for us to celebrate his birth and not his death.
And so what do you do to celebrate the birthday?
So each year we do what we call is the Trayvon Martin Peace Walk and Peace Talk, where we let our young people in the community know that they have a right to walk in peace without being followed, chased, pursued, profiled, or murdered. And we want to send that clear message to America.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Wow.
You both have written a book called Rest in Power about your son. What do you want people to learn about your book?
Well, I think the takeaway from the book would be that Trayvon was this fun, loving, energetic, exuberant, independent, definitely a handsome young man who we really cherished and that we loved. And we didn't get a chance to really go in detail or characterize him in the trial. And so the book is our way of showing America who exactly our son was.
That's beautiful. Wow. Trayvon's name now stands for so much more than just an act of violence. His name, actually helped launch the Black Lives Matter movement. At what point did you realize or understand the significance of his death?
I think his death was so important to us from the start. I mean, as parents, it was just hurtful to know that our 17-year-old was shot and killed in that manner and that we were not able to get answers. And so I think it's just important for people to know that we're just average parents, you know, and we were fighting for justice for our son, but we knew it was much bigger than Trayvon when so many people continue to support, when so many people continue to pray for us, when so many people continue to stand for us, and we knew it was much bigger than Trayvon.
Now, you started the Trayvon Martin Foundation. How has that foundation evolved since it began?
When we initially started the Trayvon Martin Foundation, we didn't do much because we were still going through the trial. But since that time, we've created different programs. We created mentoring programs for our young people. We've created the Circle of Mothers and the Circle of Fathers. We've created a scholarship program, a back-to-school program. So we're working like not only in our community, but all over the country to try to make a difference, to try to make a positive change.
I'll say on a personal note, the way you guys carried yourself with dignity and grace,
Yes.
it lets me know all I need to know about what kind of person Trayvon was.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You just mentioned the Circle of Moms and Circle of Fathers. Can you explain what that is?
The Circle of Mothers is a dream that I had one night, and I got up in the middle of the night and I started writing, and I just seen so many women that were hurting, that were crying, that needed so much help, and so I was a part of that group. And so what I did was I created a Circle of Mothers, and I have this event every year in May where I reach out to mothers all over the country and I bring them to South Florida. And it's about healing, it's about empowering, it's about, I mean, we cry, but we also smile because it's certainly things that we can smile about in the midst of all of this storm that's going on. And so it's about them learning something and trying to heal and then going back into their community to try to heal other mothers. It's an awesome program. We're very proud of it.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. We think what you guys are doing, keeping Trayvon's legacy alive is absolutely incredible. And we are so happy that you guys even came here to share our stories. We feel honored. I mean, just watching you here, we feel for you, and there's no way to even express that. I think everyone should absolutely read the book
Yes.
you wrote, Rest in Power, A Parent's Story of Love, Injustice, and the Birth of a Movement. It is available in stores now, and our whole audience is actually going home with a copy. I know I can't wait to read it.
Being a parent is one of the most beautiful experiences of life, but as amazing as it is, there are times when you just don't know if your discipline technique was on point or overboard. Well, don't worry, we'll always keep it real and let you know if you're being mental or parental.
Okay, our story is from Terry Pauls, who watches us right here in LA on Fox 11. Hey, what's up, girl? She writes, hey, ladies, I'm the mother of 2 teenage daughters, and I have a problem. Recently, we were at a family party, and my daughters got way too crazy on the dance floor. They were bumping, grinding, and twerking like there's no tomorrow, and it was completely inappropriate, especially at a family party. Well, I stormed over to the dance floor and pulled them right off. My girls do not behave that way. They got very upset with me and yelled because I embarrassed them, but I yelled back because they embarrassed me more. Ladies, help me out. Am I being mental for refusing my girls to bust a move at our family party? Or am I being parental for taking them off the dance floor? Dude.
Interesting.
That, I heard, okay, I remember, do you guys remember the Humpty Hump, that dance?
Yeah.
When I first learned that dance, I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen at a family party. Mama Mai, yes, and I got low and everything. Mama Mai came up to me, pointed me out in front of everybody, and was like, you see my daughter, she won't get pregnant. Who wanted to be the daddy? Who wanted to be daddy? I was like, no. But
You should have said, I'm not getting busy in a Burger King bathroom, Mom.
Totally, but I realize how you look when you're a kid doing that. No matter what, you don't look cool, man. You look crazy.
I think if I saw my daughter doing that,
Yes.
I think it'd be one of those, I'm going to pull her to the side and
Have
let
a
her know what's up.
conversation.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to yell at her in front of everybody.
Exactly.
Now, my daughter's not going to yell back. And she's not going to yell back at me, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Can I just hear what that conversation would be, because I didn't get it the right way. So I want to know what you would, when you pull aside, what do you say?
What are you doing?
I'm the girl.
Exactly what
I'm
I do.
dancing.
Good, good.
I'm dancing.
What are you doing?
I'm dancing, Dad.
You don't dance like that.
That's how we dance in this day and age.
I'm not saying you are, but you look like a hoe. You look like a hoe. But I'm not saying you are one, but that's what you look like, okay?
Oh my
And don't worry about what me and your mom do and what you heard us do in our bedroom, okay? This ain't about you.
Tamara, help us with the parenting.
This is the thing, you guys.
And then my wife would be like, you call her a hoe? I did not say she was a hoe.
Oh my
I said
God.
she looked like a hoe.
No! I wouldn't like that, Gary.
Okay, what would you do?
What would I do? Well, I know my mom was really strict. She was like your mom. T and I had to dance with each other.
What? You had to leave room for the Holy Ghost?
Yes, we did. And if we danced with a boy, we would have to, dance like this.
Yes.
Or at least, you got to look at the faces. So if we're having fun, like, hey, ho, hey, all right, and we're not like bumping and grinding on somebody, look like we're having sex, with the boy with clothes on, that's what my mom would
What
say.
if you got a little bit more
Don't-
of a stank face?
It's you
Yeah,
know
that-
the difference though. No, there's a difference. There's a difference, and
Yeah.
there's a difference between a stank face and you having fun and you basically
Having
you're trying
sex.
to have sex
Getting
with
it
some
in,
clothes
yeah.
on. And as a mother, I see you. I can see it.
You be knowing.
And then I wouldn't yell or pull them off. I would just give them the eye. They would know what that means.
How?
And then I see you, just like that. And then they would come over, and then I would kind of have the conversation you would have, but
what?
I wouldn't say,
How would it
you
sound?
look like a hoe. I wouldn't say that.
What would it sound like? Say
She
it.
is one.
I know. I would just say, oh, God.
Mom, why'd you pull me over?
I just want you to look at yourself. I don't want your good to be evil spoken of. There are people looking at you, meaning exactly what you just said. I don't want people thinking you are a certain way if you're not. So just be careful about what you are portraying yourself
I'm like
to be.
this.
Yeah.
Be right.
Carry yourself.
I'm the
Carry
guy.
yourself well.
Carry
what's
yourself
up,
the
babe?
way you want to be.
Yes, exactly. Well, I think we did well.
I'm the guy
right?
coming behind her. So what's up? We gonna finish this dance?
Let's go.
Then I pull him off.
Oh, that's your mom?
Yes.
That's your mom?
Yes.
Dang.
So I
Did you know
think we
it was
did
your mom?
well, guys. And thanks for writing in. Terry, please keep us posted on those dance moves.
This has been such. What's that?
Hey there. How y'all doing?
Good. You look good.
Why, thank you.
Nice.
You look lovely.
Awesome. From Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots, it's Peter Parros.
Welcome to the show, Peter.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Now, for the month of February, each week we are honoring African-American women, what we call Black Girl Power. And I heard that you had a very interesting story about your mother that fits for this.
My mother was a wonderful woman, a very beautiful woman.
Yes.
And she was the first black Miss Subway. And Miss Subway was like a beauty contest that they had in New York.
Gorgeous.
They got a pic-
Stunning.
She's, oh my God.
Yeah. So she was on the cover of Jet and the cover of Ebony, and she gave that up to become a mom. But before Miss
she's
Subway,
gorgeous.
in high school, they had a contest. She was in New York, Eastern District High School. They had a contest for the most beautiful girl. And she was going to be on the cover of 17 magazine, whoever won the contest. And my mom won. And they reneged because she was colored.
Oh, wow.
And she was the most beautiful, inside, outside, great personality. Wow. But they didn't put her. So,
That's all right. You had
we'll see. We're going to try and see if somehow posthumously we can get her on the cover of 17 magazine. So,
We'll see.
if you're out there 17,
That
would be great. So,
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Wow.
yeah. So, back then it was important.
Thanks for sharing that.
Black is beautiful. Back before then.
All the time.
Yes.
Well,
So-
and your father also has some black man power going on. Please tell
yes.
us about him.
My father was one of the first black Marines. They call him.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
Montford Port. Yeah.
Your dad is hot.
Yeah. They were a Black Power couple.
Wow.
So,
Love it.
So yeah, he was. In fact, he recently got a Congressional Gold Medal. And they were recognizing them as the first Black Marines, and they went through a lot of.
Thank you for sharing those.
Yeah. You know, it's a month, Black History Month.
Yeah, it's like,
right.
like a walking history lesson.
Yeah. My family, definitely.
But your first major acting role was on one of my favorite shows in the 80s, Knight Rider with David Hasselhoff.
Yes.
Kid.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just curious how that role came about.
That was an audition process, kind of a regular audition process. Interestingly, it came down to me and Blair Underwood.
No way.
Yeah. That episode was called Night of the Juggernaut, and Blair was in that episode as well, and then later on went on to do L.A. Law and stuff.